Just about ready. I'll take that down. I've got some mechs to do. Finish up here. They don't have bases yet. That's something I can also work on. At some point, I've got the really cool bases and printed up. Cut out of MDF. A whole lot cheaper than printing them out of resin. So I'm going to start doing those today as well. So I figured I'd hop on, do a little bit of streaming today, just because I had this video with these mechs is not turning out as well as I'd hoped. Some of the footage did not work out, so I figured I'd finish it on stream, and it'd be good for that. So I haven't painted mechs on stream for a while, so we'll do that and enjoy our last day of the year. I'm going to drink some of my sugary drink and finish up. So doing kind of a, let's do this first since no one's really on anyway. Where is the, could do Astrogranite. That'd be interesting. Let's do that. Shook it up. Shook up. Timely reference for the kids out there. Okay, it's Elvis. Who is Elvis? Alright, we'll do the base real quick, since I don't think I have any on anything. Not the super exciting part anyway. We'll get these going here to respond to that message. Some Astrogranite and keep going here. All right, let's see what we can do here. I don't think I've ever based with this stuff. Nice and thick. Similar to the red stuff. What's the red stuff called? Try not to sneeze here. I don't remember what it's called, but the orange stuff that kind of looks like Martian soil. Good texture to it. Definitely more expensive than the Vallejo stuff, which I normally use, but I've got this. I think it came in a starter pack. Like one of those paint sets you get when you get, because I don't think I would ever buy this just on its own. But we'll put it on there, we'll let it dry, and then we'll, whoa, that was almost scary. Good thing it's not like a piece of bread. It always lands butter side down. But yeah, come along. I'll put these here. Actually, let's in here so they're still on camera. Just out of the way so I don't keep messing them up. It's cool. We've got family over. Boys upstairs playing Slime Rancher. Good times. Grandparents, my parents, sharing valuable information with the younger generations. Good times. Alright. Actually, that one's got so much on it, we'll add a little bit more. Yeah, this MDF is great. I think I'll add the link to it after the stream. Works of Whimsy Studios on Etsy made them for me. I sent her the specifications and she cut them out, and they're super cheap. I think she cut out 200 of them for me, and that'll last me a little while into 2022. How's it going, Meltdown? Evening already. Wow, day flew by. Working on this Lance of Battlemechs. Didn't really have a plan going into it, except I knew I wanted them to be chrome. And then once they were chromed, I just kind of came up with this red and white scheme that seems to be working for now. Alright, so we'll put Astro Granite away. Runny nose today. Hope it's not the plague. I'm going to go blow my nose real quick because I don't want to be sniffing the whole stream here. Not a high production value if you're sniffing the whole time. Alright, so we got the bases drying. They look good on camera. So get nice and dry there. Yep. Bushwhacker, Shadowhawk, Wolfhound, and an Enforcer. Yep. I got a medium lance here today. Definitely not a Steiner Scout Lance. Alright, so I think I was going to need to add the little white dot on their windscreens. Finish that with kind of glass effect. How you doing, Emery? Staying out of trouble. Lately I've been kind of pillaging Warhammer sheets for Battlemechs. Like occasionally finding stuff that could work. Like these ones here off of the AdMech sheet could work well on their legs. Anything else that would be a good option? Those little wolf heads might be kind of cool. That's tempting. Let's do that. Let's make this mercenary company their sigil is a wolf. Do that. Some water. Always keep a bottle of water handy for this stuff. Give it a try. Finished painting the Wolf's Dragoon's Lance from Barnes & Noble. Currently reading through Shrapnel 7. Oh, lucky duck. Mine doesn't show up until next week. So I'm just waiting for my copy. Alright, there's 4 wolf heads here. That will be perfect for our needs. We'll just use these 4. And pretend they're not space wolves from Warhammer. No one will care. That's all good. Bloop. Alright. Anything else? No. I think we're good. We could do kind of something fancy on the leg there, that bushwhacker. That would be kind of neat. Let's see. Let's do that. Right, so we could use this, the checkerboard, at least on the front. That'd be kind of neat. Let's do that. Cut it a little bit wider than we need. That in there. Let's see how it goes. Not doing great, I'm afraid. Oh no. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, I had that experience last year. My mom had it as well. That's not a fun feeling, for sure. Kind of a helpless feeling. Rough when your parents get sick. Like they're not supposed to get sick. They're supposed to help me feel better when I'm sick, because in many ways you feel like a little kid still. Alright, when that's still going, let's pull you out. Alright, here's the tricky part. Well, I hope she gets better. I hope it's no big thing. Hopefully a pretty speedy recovery. Hopefully it's the less scary variant. I'm gonna let that wolf dry there. Do it to the other colors as well here. Oops. Play everyone's favorite game, work with the X-Acto and don't cut yourself. Or maybe for you guys at home, watch Mechanical Frog hurt himself with an X-Acto knife. Actually, it's probably going to need to go up here to fit. No, not on my finger. There we go. Well, hang on. Rough days. It seemed like everybody on artist Twitter was testing positive this week. A lot of infections. There we go. Hopefully they'll be back. I was looking at my own state's numbers, and thankfully the hospitalization rate's been super low and staying low. So hopefully we'll make it through this. We might be at the portion of this thing that I just have to hunker down and get through it. Unfortunately, there may be no magic pill. How's it going, Maker? Got very silent mouse here. Fail at the game of 1-inch scar. Yeah, we all have. Don't have to hobby very long before you have some scarring. In fact, I've got a mark on my leg from where I dropped the X-Acto knife into my own leg. Thankfully, it's... oh no! Thankfully, it's not in an easily seen location. Maybe when swimsuit season rolls around. Alright. Stupid wolf head. There we go. Alright, looking good. Those, the decals are from I stole them from Warhammer. The big sheet of Space Marine transfers. So, Space Wolves. Turn up my mic. Okay, we'll turn up my mic. Hopefully that's better. Can you hear me now? Nice and loud and clear. You Space Wolves. I'll get the mic turned up, so hopefully you can hear me now. My youngest son's Space Marine army is Space Wolves, so you can talk trash if you want, but he doesn't care. All right, I'm gonna see if I can't get this checkerboard on the leg without messing it up too badly. And stick to my thumb, go to the leg. Just about where we want it. That actually looks pretty good. It's just about where I wanted it. Without too much fuss. That'll do. Not too bad. I didn't even have to wrangle that very much. Shocking. If I made you a toy, what would you like? A board? You start something. Well, my sons are really into cats. So I bet if you did something that was cat related or kitten related, they would dig that. Dark Angel player. Oh, jeez. You sorted out if you're a good guy or a bad guy? Or heretic or Happy New Year, indeed. You guys already there? I don't know what the time difference is. It's only 11 a.m. here. We got the whole day to burn. I was thinking about doing the whole, because my youngest wants to stay up to midnight, so we were thinking about doing the rolling the clock back 2 hours thing, so he goes to bed at 10. But we'll see. We'll see if he's savvy enough and the older child will play along. We'll see. Alright, bases are drying. I got the mechs just about where I want them. Pretty simplistic on these ones. I didn't have a grand scheme. Oh, we still need to do the white on the cockpit. 2:47 a.m. Boy, that is early. You're up late or up very early. It's that magic time. Yeah, Tim. Oh, we're in the same time zone, Maker. Something cat related, something kitten related, they were both. My youngest is upstairs playing Slime Rancher right now, and all he wants to do is collect the cat slimes. He's like, he doesn't care about like accomplishing anything, it's just capturing as many cat slimes as possible. That's his. Oops, I should probably open it before I try to pour any paint out. When in doubt, open the jar. Alright, we got a little bit, tiny bit of white. I'm gonna turn this off. You guys have seen old molds before. So a little bit of white. We're gonna just put a little dot on the cockpit to complete the glass effect, and then we'll pretty much be done with these mechs. Not a super complex scheme. And I went into it really not having a plan at all, other than just wanting them to be chrome. Oh, I just pulled the transfer off. Wah, wah. Should probably wait for that to dry next time before touching it. Alright. Oops. Fiance in the States. Flexible. Well, hopefully you're young enough that is actually a thing. So I feel like I'm old enough now that I don't have really any flexibility in anything. My body just does. And you wake up in the morning and you feel every mistake you've ever made physically. Then it gets to be about midnight and you're like, nope, I'm done. My oldest kid says, "Oh, I want to stay up all night." I'm like, "You do that? I'm not. I would die. So have fun." No, it'll be great. Stay up all night, play video games. Maybe 15 years ago. Not today. Alright, I think I wiped the wolf off of that one too. It appears to be gone. That's what I get for trying to do. Yes. Alright. Well, that appears to be gone. I'll have to do another one. No. Not quite at the surgery stage yet, but holy cow, my knees certainly feel it. Replaced a bunch of fencing at our old place. Alright, air compressor. Shut up. I don't know why the air compressor is going off. But replaced a bunch of fencing at our old place. And that was a mistake to do it all by myself. So bending down to screw in the bottom board, and up and down and up and down. Save some money doing it myself, but now I get to feel it every single morning when I wake up. Water again. Fixing mistake. Pretty much likely FedCom lands. Yeah, I was thinking probably FedCom. Well, hopefully that's a good thing, and let's see. I'll be this coming year. I'll be 42. So getting up there. I don't know if I look it or not, but my students would usually say, "Hey, you look like Walter White," and I would say, "How do you know who Walter White is? Because you're 12." Pretty silly. Like, I don't look like Walter White. Walter White looks like me. Get it right. I am the nerd who knocks. Alright. Fix that. Call these guys done here soon. There. Still got salamanders to do. You can kind of see that. They're slowly coming together. 10 Marines is a lot for my ADHD brain. So you get a little distracted and have to do Battlemechs for a while. And got another 5. Grab those real quick. When I did these guys in Chrome, I also did 5 clan mechs. I'm waiting for that to dry anyway, so I'll show these off. So star of 5. I was thinking of doing a diamond shark, even though we've got our Kodiak here. Maybe they purchased the Kodiak or grabbed it from a trial possession or something. Got the piranha. I've yet to actually paint a piranha from beginning to end, so I'm looking forward to that. 12 machine guns, can't go wrong. Not too shabby. Yeah. That'll be fun. Another distraction, another reason to not finish the Space Marines. But I did get the 3 done that I actually put effort into. So these 3 are done, ready to go. Just have to replicate the process 7 more times. But slowly getting them done, getting the backpacks done, getting swords and stuff chromed with lead belcher. Let's come along. Do one thing and then get distracted and have to go and do something else for a while. Just kind of waiting for those things to dry so they no longer fall off. Then I'll spray a coating over the top when I'm done so they won't fall off, and the little bits that are sticking out will basically liquefy, especially on the bushwhacker there. How's it going, Steven? Preemptive New Year, Happy New Year. It's already New Year's for our friend Very Silent Mouse, because he's off in Australia. That's what he said. Yeah. From down under. My dad's been down there, but I've never been to Australia. That 18-hour flight is a little bit daunting. What is that? A comedian who said, Lewis Black, I think, was talking about how if you wanted to replicate the feeling of that 18-hour flight, you just press your hands against your head as hard as you can and scream. I could do it alone, but I wouldn't be able to bring the boys. That would be much too long to ask a 7-year-old to sit still. He would probably lose his mind. After whatever the virus is done. Happy snappy glue year. If you inhale enough Instasat, then the new year will come a lot faster, because you'll just wake up and it'll be the first. Alright, let's see if they stand up. Whoop. 1, 2, sort of. No, Wolfhound won't stand up. Shadowhawk, can you stand up? You can. Alright. Bushwalker can stand up. Well, except for the lazy Wolfhound. Alright. Come along. Is dry yet? Almost. Almost. Alright, we will thinking maybe we should wash that first and then dry brush it. Just to really boost the lines. 24-hour flight to UK and yeah, I did a flight went to London after graduated from the university. That was, I think, only a 10-hour flight. That's the longest flight I've ever been on. That's thanks to that was longer because you're actually going forward. Yeah. Anyway, the time changes. But yeah, that was fine. It's thankfully at the time where they were just starting to put movies in the back of seats, and so I just watched like 3 movies, and we were there. Well, the worst trip we ever had was a train trip up to Canada. We thought it would be fun. The boys had never been on a train before, and so we bought the tickets, went up on the train. The ride up was fine. It was just a couple of hours up there. But on the way back, there was a need for us to go off on a switch to let another train by to going the opposite direction. But it ended up being us sitting there for about 3 hours waiting for this stupid train to pass us on the line. And our youngest was, I think, 4 at the time. And so entertaining a very frustrated 4-year-old for 3 hours on a train, that was not the best experience one could have. All right, I think I'm going to do a shade on the top of these bases before I dry brush, just to really boost the effect of the Astrogranite. So we'll use our blue shade, the Drakenhof Nightshade. Everybody loves it. I'm pretty sure this is dry enough. I wish I need a hairdryer. Let's wait on that. They're not quite dry. All right. So these guys are done. I think we'll set them aside. Maybe we'll do a Space Marine while we wait. We could do a shoulder pad. That's fun to watch. That's a thing. Get out the red and the yellow. Contrast medium, and mix all 3 to make a little fire effect on the shoulder. Same we were trained from Sydney to Perth. 5 days. It's got to be pretty, right? Nice. Sydney to Perth. I'm trying to think about what geography that would take it through. I need to update my Australian geography skills. Remember where Perth is. Alright, so I'm going to open up all 3 of these bottles. It's a bit of a challenge here. Got to work quickly when you're wet blending with contrast paints. So let's see if we can do this in a way that will work. So getting it wet with the contrast medium first, just so it's not a completely dry surface. And going in with the red, with the base. And you don't have to be very neat because you're going to be pushing it around anyway. Washing it off, and then come back in with the yellow. And I'm going to blend the yellow into the red, and we'll get an orange in between. And everyone will go away happy. Definitely not an exact science, but to create, you're kind of going for a flame effect anyway, so flames are not going to be uniform anyway, so it's all good. So there you go. Mostly painless. Hope nobody clicks the link and they're like, oh, I want to see some Battlemechs being done, and then you open it and there's a Space Marine being painted. Sorry. False advertising, maybe? I don't know. We're waiting for the bases to dry so I can glue them on there. Alright. Same process again. Get it wet with the contrast. It's a little trickier with the purity seal on it, but it should be okay. I'll come back in later and paint that one anyway. Well, I'm super happy with how the channel's been going. I really appreciate the support that, specifically, guys, you guys have been showing up often to streams, and I absolutely do appreciate it. My personal goal for this year was to hit 500 subs, and I'm coming in on 560, I think, as of this morning. So definitely ahead of schedule, and feeling pretty good about where the channel's going. I know I'm not a big fish. I won't be a big fish, but it's something, and it shows the forward movement, which I needed to kind of justify continuing to even try. So I appreciate it. Tack that over the way there. Thankfully, the contrasts are pretty forgiving. As long as you keep them wet and they don't dry on you, you can do anything like that. Any suggestions for flames on Battlemech legs? Let's see here. Well, besides, you could even attempt what I'm doing here on a Battlemech leg. But being able to wet blend, if you want something that's a more natural like this, or if you want something that's more like cartoonish fire, that would be. Yeah, I'll keep doing Battletech. Well, I will definitely keep doing Battletech. Been doing Battletech longer than I've been doing Warhammer, so that will definitely always be the first love. Warhammer's fun, but it's no Battletech, that's for sure. And I really like the fact that you can you don't have to constantly buy new books to keep up to date with Battletech. Like new rule books, you don't have to worry about specific armies. It's just fun. Read you out and be like, oh, I appreciate it, buddy. You know, I try to make your streams as anytime I see them crop up. So I like seeing you work. It's good motivation for me to actually get stuff done too. Alright, we'll do one more shoulder pad and then we'll try to wash those bases, I think. Shockingly productive on a lazy Friday. Been a weird year. Seems like most people I talk to are like, let's just get this over with. Well, hopefully the next year will be a little bit more calm. Who knows? But at least this one will be done. At least it'll be over. Too much has happened. Just get everybody calm down a little bit and get things sorted out. Just kind of going for that stippling, almost like a stipple, not quite, just to blend the colors together. It may not kind of, it shows up on camera, but you kind of get that fiery look, which is the goal. And I love doing it. So I'm thinking I'm going to do this anytime I do salamanders from now on. That'll just be the way that army looks. Let's see if this one's mostly dry, so you can kind of see how it looks when it's dry. But as far as fire on mech legs, it's kind of a decision. Do you want to go with something that's a gradient, like I've been doing on the Space Marines, or you want to do something that's more cartoony, that has the more deliberate breaks between the colors? But I would just, if I were doing it, I would just go find an example of somebody else who's done it already. And even if it's not a mech, you could do it. You find someone who did that fire effect on the side of a Space Marine or something like that, or a dreadnought, and kind of see how they did the lines, where they kind of start out with the base color and then you go over the top of it with the next color and over the top of the next color, and gradually work your way down to the top layer color that's the smallest. And Warhammer Clean for 5 years. I like how this sounds like an addiction. I've been on the wagon for 5 years. Every day is a struggle. Sometimes I wander by the hobby shop and the box of Marines just calls out to me. I do my best to fight the temptation. One day at a time, buddy. One day at a time. Especially in Australia, where you're paying those ridiculous prices. I've been buying much less Warhammer stuff lately, just partially because I have a huge backlog of Warhammer stuff that needs to be painted, and with the printer, with the resin printer, I can just get a lot more out of. So for the holiday box, paying $200 for a holiday box of 16 models, or I could buy $200 worth of resin and print out hundreds of models. So that's just for productivity's sake, having stuff to paint. It's kind of a no-brainer. Alright, so the blue will definitely darken it up, but then we'll hit it with the dry brush after it, and it'll lighten up the edges. It'll look cool with the chrome. It'll match well. Surprisingly hard to I might look up like salamanders. Just look up like salamander Space Marines, and I bet there's somebody out there who's got pictures of a flame effect that they've done. Yeah. Why reinvent the wheel, right? Alright, so those are going to dry. That'll take a little while to dry, but so probably not on the stream, but I will definitely get the dry brushed and put on there at the end. Alright, I'm going to look at see if the tweet from Maker is showing up in my feed here. Ah, that's cool. Cat magnet. Sweet. I think we might have some. I'm going to have to get that printed out. That would be cool. Yeah, I could totally print that. We have our keychain for the mailbox hangs on a cat butt hook, so it's just the back half of a cat sticking out from the back of the cabinet that's holding the mailbox key. We run a high class joint here. Alright, so we got some Marines drying, got the bases drying, got mechs here. Could start working on these once you guys came for Battletech. It seemed kind of bait and switchy to switch over to Space Marines. I know what puts butts in seats. We've got Thor, got all sorts of dummy stuff here. So I had no plan for this. So I'm gonna have to think here. So I was going to hit them with a metallic red on the legs, but if I'm gonna do Diamond Shark, then maybe it should be a blue, a light blue. What do you guys think? You want to do blue, but you don't want to make it look like Ghost Bears. So maybe I could airbrush a teal blue, but that would have to be something off camera. All right, well, I'm gonna have to ponder that. So maybe this isn't a good plan. I don't want to start just painting mechs without a plan. Those are prints. Yeah, I've completely gone through all of my Kickstarter mechs. They're all of the clan mechs that were Kickstarter are all painted in Jade Falcon green. For the resin printed stuff, I'm just gonna do whatever I feel like and stuff that's good for videos. All right, what else could I have I could work on? So you can tell I'm avoiding the Space Marines like the plague here. You know what I think I need to do is probably wrap this up, and because I don't want to waste your guys' time. I don't have something productive to do. If normally I've got lots and lots of stuff prepped, but at this point I don't really feel like doing the Space Marines. I'm going to hit these with the gloss coat, so they'll be shiny, and then I'll glue them down to the bases, and I'll post pictures of that probably later today. Yeah, the prints they come out great. I'm going to grab some that haven't been primed yet. Where are they? Here, I'll grab the whole tray. So they come out looking really good. Some good detail. Every once in a while there'll be a little hiccup in the printing, but for the most part, they're looking good. So a good mixture of clan and inner sphere stuff. I need more Cauldron Borns. I've only printed off for my favorite mech. I've only printed off maybe 3 or 4, and then I've given them away, so I don't have any of my own. Need more Black Lanterns, more Cauldron Borns. Probably too many Atlases. I think they've got 3. Let's see, count them up. 1, 2, 3. 4 on this tray, so it's probably enough Atlases for, at least for a Steiner Scout Lance. And that's not all. Lots and lots to paint. Though about half of these are going to be presents for my 2 real-life buddies who also play Battletech. So they will get a little gift. Get the Timberwolf Mark II, Madcat Mark II. Some Bushwhackers in here. Got the Maul going. Got the Thug. Good stuff. Lots of mechs to paint. Cauldronborn has always been my favorite mech, and I can't really articulate why. It just strikes me as just a great looking mech, and then it has some really cool loadouts for fun games. And so my character that we always used for playing Battletech always piloted a Cauldronborn. Good times. Alright, so I think we're going to wrap things up here. As much as I'd love to hang out, I probably should go do some parenting and hang out with my parents who are up there and visiting for the day. I just wanted to do a little bit of streaming to say thank you again. I really appreciate the support and watching the videos. I know they're not always A+, but I'm doing my best to get better each time and trying to do new things that are interesting, and I will continue to try to earn your views in the future. So have an awesome rest of your break. If you're on break, if you're enjoying your New Year's, enjoy your New Year's, and I get to say the dad joke. I'll see you next year, and we'll call it good. Take care. Be awesome.